the county home, and they could better answer your questions about that.
We got another phone caller. You know this lady.
I
Good morning.
do?
Good morning, Linda. How are you?
Oh,
Good morning, Mary Ann. Good morning, Reed.
Good morning. How are you? How's Doug?
He's doing pretty good. He's at the computer.
I was in your neighborhood last night watching Straight No Chaser.
Oh, well, I didn't see you. I'm sorry I missed you.
Well, it was pretty crowded. That was up at Chautauqua. There was a really neat. I've never seen the amphitheater so packed.
Oh boy!
It was a wonderful show.
So anyway, what's new?
Well, I just wanted to say it's great to see you on the show, Mary Ann.
Thank you.
Mary Ann gives up every few weeks. She gives up her Saturday morning to come over and be on the air, so you can call her.
I think that's great, and it's good to get the straight information too, because Mary Ann has it.
Right. Although I'm going to have to ask her one more time. Are you sure the legislature isn't cutting your budget a little bit?
Well, I didn't say that we haven't heard yet, but I think they are starting, and again, it's for seniors to start educating their legislators about how these services help them. I think for many years they thought we were kind of fluff. You know, we were a fluffy department, a feel-good department, and they're starting to realize that we are kind of essential to people living well in the community.
And you save a bundle. For every nickel you spend, you save a dime. I know that.
We do, and the seniors contribute a lot of money to our program. We ask for donations, and sometimes we require what we call cost sharing. So seniors are putting money into the Office for the Aging all the time.
Okay, Linda, so what do you think?
Well, I'd like to announce that the annual spaghetti dinner sponsored by the Lions Club is coming up this Tuesday, August 9th.
Good.
At 5 o'clock until the spaghetti's gone. The cost is $7 for adults, and for children 12 and under, $5.
Well, how about that?
And I think you have takeout too, because I always come and take out and take home to the family.
Yeah, it's great. It's a wonderful dinner, and people look forward to it every year.
Where is it?
And the Lions Club do terrific work helping the visually and hearing impaired.
Yeah, I always drop my old glasses when I was wearing them before I had the LASIK surgery off of the Lions Club, and it reminds me of, you know, they match them up, but in Paris, I've told you this before, but in Paris there's a huge area, it's flea markets, and there's Glasses Street, and there's a whole block of just millions of glasses, and you pick up a pair and you wander around till you find them that are pretty good for you, and you buy them, and you're set with new glasses.
So where is the spaghetti dinner going to be held?
I'm pretty sure, now, it's going to be at the VFW, isn't it, Doug?
The VFW, that's where it's usually, the VFW in Mayville?
No, I'm sorry, they changed it this year. It usually is at the VFW. It's going to be at St. Mary's Church Hall.
St. Mary's where is that exactly?
That's right in front of our building.
Right by the courthouse.
Yeah, right by the courthouse and right by the Hall Club.
What time is this again, and what's the date? Let's make sure.
From 5 o'clock until the spaghetti's sold out, usually around 6:30 or 7. Tuesday, August 9th.
That's coming Tuesday.
This next Tuesday.
Okay, great. Well, that's good news.
And $7, where can you get a spaghetti dinner with a salad and dessert and everything for $7?
That's all you can eat.
Right, all you can eat. Thank you for pointing that out. Children, 12 and under, $5.
Okay, I was at a spaghetti dinner thing at the American Church in Paris one time, and they had lines backed up for miles. Well, the point is they were carefully picking out the spaghetti with those spaghetti things and putting them on a plate. I said, let me clear your line up. I just went and started grabbing a fistful and dumping it on plates, cleared it up in minutes.
Well, have a great week, everybody.
Well,
you too, Linda.
Linda, thank you. Now, before you go, you mentioned the fact that they're cutting one of your programs.
Well, all the employment programs were cut.
They're cut.
The last congressional decision, I think it was in April, they cut all of the programs, employment programs. And senior employment programs were cut by 45%.
So throw them under the bus.
Well, that is one program that we've sustained some heavy cuts in, and we're hoping that seniors will get out and talk to their elected officials, because that program is for people 55 and over. It's a training to work program through the Department of Labor. And as you know, people who are 55 who lose their job, it's very difficult for them to get another job.
And I might add, a lot of them are losing their jobs because
Right.
they would rather hire somebody much younger at the beginning wage rate, so they save half the wages, so they clean out the 55 people.
Well, but another problem is that many of them might have had jobs where they don't have the computer skills to keep up with the times, and that's why this senior employment program is so important. We place them in our office, we place them in other government offices, not-for-profits, and they can gain some skills working a minimum wage, 20-hour-a-week job through this Department of Labor program that helps them gain the skills to then be offered employment elsewhere. And a lot of times they're offered employment right in the place we put them. You know, we have people go work at Meals on Wheels, and then Meals on Wheels can hire them away. Other places too.
Okay,
so
great.
It's a good program.
Well, thank you, Linda.
Well, thank you.
We say hello to Doug, and maybe we'll have him on one of these days. If I can get in touch with you, I never get your phone now. I never can get through.
Oh, I don't know. Well, I think last week I was in the old first night race and walk.
Okay.
Didn't Doug call in, I think, didn't he?
Yeah, he did, as a matter of fact. Okay, well, thanks again.
So
And,
he made some announcements, but I wish you a wonderful week.
we will have one, I'm sure. This is Chautauqua County. You can't have anything but a wonderful week in the summer. And speaking of which, you know, they have the farmers markets usually on Saturday all over the county. And they have one in Westfield that's huge. But on top of that, next to it, they have the Civil War reenactors with all their tents and their pots and stuff they're cooking.
When is that going on?
It's right now.
Oh, wow.
Saturday, the 6th and the 7th, the Civil War gang will be over there. And they're not allowed to shoot the cannons anymore so much because they're afraid of the Moore Museum will tumble down. Caller, good morning. Thank you for waiting.
Good morning. This is not directly linked with Office for the Aging, but back in the 17th of June, there was an article about the Dental Network program that's now available in the county. And I think that's a wonderful thing because people need help to maintain their teeth. And I'm wondering if you heard anything about that, Marianne.
Yeah, there are several new dental programs, and actually our New York Connects operator can tell you exactly where that's going on and what the costs are. You know, we have a helpline called New York Connects. It's for people of any age who are looking for a service that can help them, whether it's with a medical problem or a non-medical need. And Nancy Papalea answers that phone. She's the former 211 operator, so she has both our New York Connects database and the 211 database at her fingertips, and she can direct people to services that may help them.
Let's hope we can find them. You know, one of the funniest things, Marianne and caller, that always impressed me is that our great Medicare program taking care of seniors, what are the three biggest things seniors need? Hearing aids, dental work, and eyeglasses. None of them are covered by your Medicare. So we need that dental service.
You do. But call New York Connects. The number is 753-4582. You can call toll-free from Jamestown 661-7582, or from the Dunkirk, Fredonia area 363-4582.
Nobody's going to remember. There's a very simple number, it's 311 or something like that, isn't there?
Well, 211 gets you to the that's the United Way program. That's the 211 is
211.
information and assistance, but it doesn't really help you with medical long-term care services and support.
That long string of numbers, let's just give them one good one, and that is 753-44-71.
Yes.
They can get in touch with
you. You can go to our office
you still
numbers
have phones,
too.
right?
Yes, and Nancy sits right there next to
there you go.
if you rings, this number rings to her desk as well, but there is a helpline number as well. But you can call the 4471 and ask for the New York Connects operator, and she will help you.
Okay, so they'll get through to you. And I think everything should go through your office. You guys do a wonderful job over there, even though they're
New York
cutting.
Connects is our office too.
Well, I heard, I have Fred Crosscut on. He's the guy to talk to if anybody in the county wants to mention their senior programs. He tells us the taxes, which jumped 15% really this year, are going to jump even more next year. So, woo, you better be ready, seniors.
Well, we actually increased our budget. We brought in more, $450,000 more of revenue to our budget, and we did not increase our local share at all.
Sure, you get a lot of funding.
So we have really, our local share in the senior budget, we just put in our first budget proposal. We have to do our budget by the end of July. Then we have several reviews with the fiscal department and with the county executive. And about September, it goes to the legislature for them to start looking at it and having hearings about it.
Okay.
But at this point, we've submitted our first budget to them. We've held steady on everything. We've been able to bring in more revenue, so that has covered any increased costs that our department, well, you know, for just one of my employees, insurance costs went up $3,500.
Mine went up 50%.
And I have 20 employees, so we have to bring in enough revenue to cover those increased costs.
Thank you for waiting, caller. We got a caller here. I think they just hung up.
No, I didn't hang up.
Oh, you're still there? Okay, caller.
I'm still here. Good morning. Good morning.
Good morning. Good morning. Good morning.
I'm real happy to know who your guest is today, because I've had occasion to use their services, and I have nothing but good things to say about
Is
them.
this your mother?
Wonderful. No, my mother lives in Buffalo.
Well, she can still catch us, you know.
Maybe.
There's a way to do it.
I used the Stalker County services, and I will tell you that it was a good experience. And they, well, actually, I've used them twice, and they have helped me both times and cleared things up that, you know, when you're looking at the paperwork for things, it sometimes seems overwhelming. But when you have someone that'll come and explain it to you, item by item and so forth, it soon becomes much clearer, and you can base your good decision, which they don't make the decision for you. They just explain to you the different options.
Unless they're AARP.
No,
I meant the Stalker County. Yeah,
I'm so glad you brought that up, because people think that we aren't selling anything. We have no vested interest in you getting into a particular insurance or a program. So we just describe the programs that could suit your needs and help you to make an informed choice.
That's a way to do it.
I'm glad it worked
exactly
well
how it worked, and I certainly appreciate it.
Well, Mary Ann's office and Mary Ann have been a great gift to our county, and I hope they don't start chopping right and left like with a machete, you know.
Yes, I do too.
I heard Mary Ann's going to wind up down on the down by the riverside in a van with half the van, and the other half would be the Veterans Service Agency, which has been cut quite a bit. Everybody's being cut. Okay, thank you, caller.
Well, did you have a question, or you just wanted to tell us?
No, I just wanted to make the comment, and
that's allowable. That's
well,
okay.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
By the way, there's lots and lots of things going on in the county this month. I can't remember exactly where they are, but I know
Civil War reenactment right in Westfield today.
Yes, and then there's going to be more stuff involved with that in Mayville.
Okay.
And they're going to display the big banner that came from the Westfield was the only town in the county during the Civil War to have a cavalry unit, and they have a special flag or banner, and it will be on display, which is over 100 years, almost 150 years old now.
Sure.
That will be on display. I think it's going to be in Mayville.
Okay, well, we'll look for it. Let's find out where it is. Maybe somebody would call and tell us where they're going to put that Civil War banner.
And next week, in Bemis Point, they're going to have I believe it's on the bay, and it'll be an Irish Day.
Yeah. Well, that's John. John is going to be playing there. John and Doc.
Well, I think his
Bill
is
and
a
I.
couple weeks, but yeah, there are a lot of good things going on. So we
Picnic.
hope
Absolutely.
The senior picnic.
that and the senior picnic. I'm sorry to say that our tickets are sold out, but we
What?
have over 500
Can we
seniors.
can you crash it?
Yeah, you can sneak in, I'm
My
sure.
nutrition coordinator is going to have my head, but if I tell you, you can't. But we are going to have Mark Thomas there, the former county executive, hopefully, and in charge of the Parks Department, because we want him to see